I say a lot of people most of the time asking this question, is my CV good enough? How should I write my CV? I'm not getting job offers. Is it because of my CV? That's just a lot of, I don't know, questions around CV. And I'm just here to give you my 2 cents when it comes to CV. And maybe you might think twice or third about next time, thinking that if a job doesn't accept you or you don't get an offer, it's because of your CV. Right. So I agree that your CV plays a very huge role in terms of getting a job, right? The reason I say this is because your CV, like I said, on the LinkedIn video, that when you create a profile, you try to sell yourself. So your CV also is like your profile. So whatever is on your CV is like your profile. So when a recruiter receives your CV, gets an idea of who you are and what skills you portray, what can you bring to the company, right? So it's like your profile. So it does play a role in terms of you getting a job offer. But what I realize is that different recruiters want different things on the CV, right? So I've seen a lot of recruiters, their ideas just clash, right? One recruiter will say they prefer having a reference on your CV. Another one will say that don't put in reference, just write reference, what's the word, request reference if needed, something like that. Another one will say, I prefer that the skills be on top and then the education comes next and then the thingy comes next. And the other one will be like, nah, I want the CV to have education first. And I've seen a lot of those posts, like a lot of times, where recruiters are just saying different things, which means that if you don't get a job, it's not likely because of your CV. Because I know when you write a CV, you write your education, you write your skills, right? But I don't think that it plays like a huge role into stating whether you got the job or not. I just feel like a lot of us are just looking for jobs, and some degree are worth more than other degrees, or I can say some degrees are more suitable or have the necessary skills than other degrees, right? So some recruiters prefer certain people from other degrees or other backgrounds rather than other people that are from a certain background. So we can have the same CV with the same template, but with different qualifications, and you find that they prefer this qualification over this one. But I don't think that it's because of your CV. Because I see a lot of people just posting a lot of questions around CV and asking if your CV is good. A person can just have a simple CV and they get a job. Others will be like, no, it has to be an ATS CV, because sometimes when you put it on the you just get a reject immediately or whatever, right keywords. I agree when it comes to all of that. Maybe the keywords and all that plays an important role into getting the CV, but at the end of the day, you're going to have a recruiter looking at your CV, and if you don't have the necessary skills, you're most likely not going to get the job. That's just how it is. But I don't think it's a CV problem. I think because the CV is going to be looked by a person at the end of the day, they are the ones that are going to decide whether you get the job or the interview or whatever, right? It's just, that's why I'm saying that a job goes by luck. If it's your day, you're going to get the job. If this is your job, you're going to get your job. Even if you don't have the necessary qualification, the necessary skills, they can just overlook that and give you the position. So if it's your day to get the job, you're going to get the job. So I want you to stop complaining, because I've had a lot of CVs. I've had the CVs that I've made from Canva. I've had CVs that I made from just a normal CV that another company preferred. I've had different templates of CVs, but even today, I don't have a grad program. And I just know that it's not even about like my CV. I just know that it's about maybe the skills that I've put there or whatever. But I would say that so that just to make you guys feel a little bit better, or for your CV to get through to the recruiter, use those keywords that they talk about. But I don't think the template matter. Just make sure your CV is not more than 2 pages. I think that's the only thing that is very standard. I don't think a recruiter has time to be looking at a lot of things as CV. I feel like they just look at your qualification and your skills, and then the other things they just, because there's 100 of CVs that they're looking at, so I don't think they put much focus into looking for the wording of your CV. Where did you make a mistake? Where did your lines, I don't think they have time for that. A recruiter will just come here in the comment section and tell me if they do have time to be looking at the wording, the structure, and everything, or do they just look at the qualifications? If the CV is clean, is clear, has the necessary skills put very well, it is, you can read through it, is it the only thing that matters, or do they look deep into the CV? Because a lot of people be like, no, I think my CV was rejected because of I made a spelling when writing. Guys, there's a lot of people that have spellings on their CV. They're not even aware it has spellings, but they have jobs. So I believe that if it's your day and this job is yours, you're most likely gonna get the job. I don't think you have to stress yourself when it comes to things that has to do with job opportunities. All you have to do is have a 2-page CV that showcase your skills, your education, your certifications, your projects, and everything very well. You have, when you look at your CV, you have to know that someone is gonna look at it and ask yourself, if I was in that position to look at the CV, would I be able to spot if I qualify for a job very quickly before I can even get into a lot of things, right? So that's one thing I think you should focus on. Make sure it sells you. It must sell you, right? I'm not giving you tips for writing a CV because I feel like there's just a lot of tips there, and there's just a lot of things contradicting each other. So just write a CV how you think you will like it, right? How you think if you were a recruiter, you would want someone to write a CV, right? And for every job, apply with a different edit your CV. I think that one, I don't know, but I think it's very important to edit your CV every time there's a new position. I think a lot of people say it worked for them. I've never done that. Maybe I should try it and see, and then maybe I'll come back with the review. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section, because wow, this CV issue has been stressing me out, right? So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.